25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Loose inside the 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the double.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Following the interception, Young. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he said...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Young on third down. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Powell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Howell. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Howell will throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Powell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Turner. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Powell going to go for it. That is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did, because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, That's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Young. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Let's go. Trouble 38. Let's go.
Final play of the half, Young. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
First down, how to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. Howell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing here, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. And once more, Howell back to the air. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
97.
Young will set to throw. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw, Young. And his pass incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here, and they'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now here's Young. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Ready, break. Ready.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
1st down, Carolina.
Ready.
Here is Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Number 81, Hayden Hurst.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Come on, set.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Hut, hut.
Young to throw it. Again, that's Hurst. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
Here we go. Here we go. Striker, 3-3. Set, go.
Running right, here's Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Young. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Young off the play fake. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They go play action. Young. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now throwing on 1st down here. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
52 blaster. Black shot. Ready.
Young working out of the gun. That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be a Carolina 1st.
Set, hut. Fight, 6. On the ball.
Young here to throw.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones.